solo. Yeah, no, I just had the random urge to just want to read lines. So, like, I'ma just... Right, we're going to Grossberg's. December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberg?
Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled.
Kidding? I can't believe you're not!
My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened,
It's Mr. Edgeworth. He...
I see. So, Edward's dreamt he shot his own father?
Feel kinda jerkish that we're just going and telling him this. Seems something he wanted us to keep privy to. Want to keep privy about. Only a dream! Only a dream!
I wonder.
What?
If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled,
Well...
Also, consider this. Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep you'd want to frame him for murder. Which leads me to surmise that Miss Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real. As you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done.
No. The game really wants you to believe this was what actually happened. I don't believe it.
Yogi was suspected of murder, and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked.
Ah, man. Yeah, Phoenix hasn't said a word.
Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close.
What do you know about Edgeworth's father?
He was a defense attorney without pair. Sounds trite, but it's true. Well, he may have had one pair now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey.
My sister?
Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques.
That's no surprise.
Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. Result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods.
And
he lost. And died in despair, as it were.
I see. The more I've been thinking about this recently, and I have been replaying this, just the more tragic, utterly tragic I realize his whole story is. It's making me feel worse and worse for the guy.
Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey.
I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me is the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Oh, I forgot.
Yogi was found innocent.
That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud.
That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him.
I don't believe it. So, you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edward's dad lied to protect his son?
It's only a possibility, mind you. But possibility nonetheless.
Yeah. What happens if you present anything else to him?
In any case, it's good that the one shooting isn't Miles.
You bet it's good! I can't believe the fiendish planning that went into this murder. I almost fell right into his trap. Creep!
Oh, she was a beautiful woman. I'm truly sorry about what I did.
Huh? Sorry about what? I think I'll stay out of this one.
Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that. It took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll see the completion of not one but 2 trials. All thanks to the statute of limitations. However, I am afraid the damage the DLC system has done will never be eased. Great Edgeworth? He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma were he alive.
Now, the letter.
Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond.
But why kill Robert Hammond?
Hammond was a skilled defense attorney. But he different declines not for their sake, but his own.
Huh? His own? Sorry about that. Huh? His own sake?
He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability.
But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter?
Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He will not instant verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined.
Huh?
You'll understand soon enough. Wait.
What is it?
This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. Long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this?
To Edgeworth, Yogi, or Von Karma. Literally, it's just process of elimination, because, like, it makes no sense why Yogi would write a letter like this to himself. Obviously, it wasn't freaking Edgeworth. That doesn't make any sense, just because of the contents of the letter, and so Karma makes sense. I fear what the text would be for Edgeworth. I'm too scared. I'm too scared. Could it be Manfred Von Karma?
Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with... Why would he have something to do with this?
Well, I'm not sure.
Von Karma. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time in court reports.
What? But that means means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was...
Correct. Manfred von Karma himself.
What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth?
If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father.
Except...
He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty.
Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Mr. Edgeworth just thought it was a nightmare.
That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son.
What do you mean?
It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred.
What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? The IS-7 incident. Something we learn about in Investigations 2. With Catherine Hall and Jeff Masters.
Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood.
Faulty evidence?
It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt the blow to his perfect trial record.
Wow.
It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see.
Oh, several months, not several weeks. The anime changes this to a mere day, which I think is silly. A vacation?
Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years as prosecutor.
Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. I've never been to Europe. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya.
In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot.
Odd. He wanted to keep a perfect record so badly. Why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? When Karma's going to bring up Deal 6, you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Deal 6? I won't let him.
Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know.
I know that. I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he killed someone. But, Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty.
Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. Police files might hold something of interest.
Mr. Grossberg, thank you.
I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim.
I understand. Police materials. I just love the unwavering trust and belief that he has in Edgeworth. December 27th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Oh, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, no, I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, he just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. I love how Gumshoe's theme just, like, default plays in the Criminal Affairs Department. Nick, let's hurry! December 27th. Police Department. Records room. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. All this would probably stay the same. Open the room. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick! The file for DL6! It's completely empty! What? What are you doing in here? Nick! Yeah, just seeing him outside of court is just, like, terrifying. Well, they did change it. Oh man, Edgeworth. Von Karma! You! How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team! Defense team? Beg your pardon. You see, I barely remember defense attorneys. They're like books to me. Needless things to be crushed. See how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Like, you just get to talk to him? This terrifying. His face should never be seen from straight on. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? From my sister still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? Which gives me a defense attorney. Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That's, my dear Tenny, it's none of your business. I'm pretty sure even he doesn't know, because the anime kind of sheds a little bit of light on it with their exclusive episodes of, like, looking back into their childhood. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense journalist this long. Still, you would lose at the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You were the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. This is something that I just realized how just sick, twisted, and utterly actually evil this guy was. To just so utterly take advantage of those emotions. Especially emotions that were rarely ever showed, because this is Edgeworth we're talking about. He was extremely emotionally closed off until this case, until he had to, like, open up, and, like, since all of this pain was being dredged up again with the DL6 incident and Yogi surfacing and framing him for murder and finding himself in this situation, it became too much for him, and he just had to confess, and then he ended up not being able to take it anymore, and he had to confess to what he thought he did, and just finally get it off his chest after 15 long years. And the fact that Von Karma took advantage of that and knew he would do that on his own because of just the emotional trauma he went through for the past 15 years of having that nightmare and holding that burden for so long, it's just... This guy is evil. He really is. This guy's horrid. Right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Now I remember wandering around, just being like, what do I do? What do I do? We finished talking to him, yet nothing happened. Go around. Cord Lake, nothing here for us. Yeah, this part of the game is so silly. This part of the game is so silly. You actively have to. Fool, you think I, a prosecutor, would give you a defense attorney information? Reap. Yeah, he's not gonna... You actively have to be stupid and present the letter to him. Like, common sense would tell you. Common sense would tell you not to present this to him. Like, the game wants you to. It actively wants you to be an idiot. This part of the game is silly. It's really silly. I feel like they could have had a better way of doing this. And I'm like, do you really have to present the letter to him? I remember, like, freaking out at this, too. And I'm like, what just happened? What? Did that actually happen? Like, what? Let's be stupid. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. And he actively admits to writing it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter. Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You've saved me from needless hassle. What? Nick! What is that thing? Literally just a stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts would cost you like a dog tucked in an electric fence. 600,000! Oh, don't worry, people don't die from it, usually. Give me the water. No! No! Oh, what you... Nick! Run! Ah! Maya! Put in my way. Goddess. Oh man. Letter's gone, of course. And he took the deal 6 episodes. All of it. Except he didn't. The case file's still here. Alright, I need to review what's said where in this case file again, because we're going to be using it a lot in the last trial. Page 9. Right. I remember when I read that the first time, I immediately latched onto the Polly thing. That was the thing I noticed, not the date. I noticed the obvious thing. Back to having no clues. Except, like, that's a lie, because he didn't actually take any of the DL6 evidence. Oh! Oh, I just Oh, he's not saying he didn't he took the DL6 evidence that we had. He's saying he took the DL6 evidence from the evidence room. Because the file was missing. Of the... Oh! I'm an idiot. Oh my gosh. Why did that never occur to me? Wait. Maya jumped first. Maya! Is she okay? Maya! I remember just being like, Maya, please be okay. Maya, open your eyes! Maya! The letter! Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot of that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No, you're not, Maya. Oh, this is painful. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. Wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, sweet. I love you, girl. Maya! There has to be some way I can help him. Gotta do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. I remember how much this hurt, just like hit me. I was just like, Maya, no. No. What is that? Bullet? Deal 6 incidents, evidence number 7, taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. When Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. Prove it to you in court tomorrow. Be continued. Forget. Is this where we actually talked to Edgeworth beforehand? I feel like no, actually. This is quite the trial. Final day. Trial. December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby, number 2. Oh, yep, you do. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to get settled at last. A lot of thanks. Har! What's a big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn out from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Jeez. Poor Edgeworth, man. I cannot even imagine what was running through his head before this trial started. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Ron Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Right! That gets even that sprite looks so weird outside of court, man! Sorry! I'm sorry! I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Whoops. Right, good idea. Trying to electrocute anyone on your way out. I forgot about this whole sequence. Woo! Yeah, pal! Not into that girl. Detective Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, Detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Ricky says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 3. Oh, right, Maya is with us, okay.
Oh, besides, it's been drawn, Miles, the dress.
The defense is ready, Your Honor. Execution is ready. Can I remember being like, whoa! He actually said it, what?
Right, here, well,
Judge was on surprise.
we have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask that the prosecution submits the signs of evidence.
Understood.
Come on, don't be odd and decides by every little thing he says.
I won't stand on that open statement.
Fright. Detective Gumshoe's office. The butcher rental shop caretaker has been arrested. Just for the novelty of it, because, yeah, Gumshoe came through. Yesterday's trial, the defense stated that the caretaker was a murderer. However, the caretaker is yet to confirm this. I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary.
Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom.
Gentlemen of the court. A member of witness. He lives in the butcher rental shop at the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has completely lost memory of his name and identity.
Witness! Why did you run away yesterday?
The witness was not fully away, so he will not testify.
I see. Very well, please begin your testimony.
I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did. But I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I didn't need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is.
I actually completely forget what you do with this testimony.
Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, shall we?
He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Alright, let's start pressing. I like what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony, realized you were in danger. Fun karma points. Now, Mr. Fright, there's no first conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to his testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Fun Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just a safe boy. It's not hard for you to just quietly listen when someone's talking. If I sat quietly, I'd rather be guilty in 3 minutes! Food?
Well, Polly's a bit of gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown.
But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack?
Well, I kind of got lost, you see.
The witness is remembering things sometimes. But the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's going to believe that.
So he was lost!
Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct?
Yep, seems like it.
Then how did you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. Witness testified quickly clearly that he's no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, let's show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Fright. Very well, witness. Please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Fright. This witness didn't know anything beyond several years ago. I can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, he's going to be saying things over and over until the trial ends.
Might I say something, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor?
You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case?
Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case, and no motive. Both of these statements are lies!
Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. What are you saying? Are you saying you know who this witness is?
Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know for myself. So, who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma.
Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness' name.
Gee, I wonder. The one person who isn't dead out of this list. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff.
Yogi? The name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi! From the DL6 incident!
It figures a judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case.
But what does this mean?
Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. To his conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man's witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? It's a court flaw, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick! How are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago.
I see.
This stupid thing, man. Huh? I'm so very sorry, Mr. Wright. But why? The witness has no fingerprints. I think I remember being like, what? Excuse me? How can you have no fingerprints? What? What? No fingerprints!
See, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with stuff, you know?
What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past.
Well, the witness has no fingerprints. I guess we will not be able to prove his identity.
Oh. Well, what would you do, Mr. Wright? Seems it's the case has been cited, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything! I just can't prove it! No, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose! There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify to who this witness is. No one. Nick! What are we going to do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do we do? Well, Mr. Wright, it seems like the cross-examine his pet for comic relief, I love this, because I was like, wait, hold on. I have a sneaking suspicion. I was like, wait, hold on, that may actually be a good idea. Like myself? Like, I have a sneaking suspicion. I was like, wait, that actually sounds like a good idea. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? Well, what is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Let's read that less weirdly. The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal.
Mr. Von Karma up?
My proposal. Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parents. This was so silly. Although I've heard that this has actually happened before. Like, stuff like this in actual life, in, like, real life, this has happened for.
Order! Order! Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Did you even ask? It's a farce. Objection. I object to your objection. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parent, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should go through with this, and nothing comes of it, but I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through till you came? Yes, I'm doing it. Let the parent take the stand! I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma's raped every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least, I think so.
Caleb, bring in the parrot. That's quite a bit.
She's beautiful because she's a precious bird.
Please tell us your name. Bird.
This whole sequence is just hilarious. They somehow managed to bring comic relief to this and right smack dab in the middle of a trial that's supposed to be really intense. And I love it, because it feels like the perfect thing.
What is ignoring me?
It must hurt to be ignored by a bird.
Well, witness, who is your owner? Please, mystify for us. Only we're bad so far. Very well, begin your cross-examination.
Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? This was your idea, Phoenix. Phoenix, goodness gracious. What are we getting? Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. How does... Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that she's speaking to the parents. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get... This whole thing is ridiculous. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right. What do I say? Let's just get this out of the way. As I recall, 2 days ago. Yeah, like, I've seen people point out the fact that, like, people just point out the absurdity of just cross-examining the parrot, but, like, people don't recognize the absurdity. But, like, oftentimes, because this happens, people don't realize how absurd it actually was that Von Karma almost expected it to happen. So we trained her to not say deal 6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget deal 6! If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove the caretaker had something to do with deal 6. I remember jumping headfirst into this, I was like, well, yeah. And then I was like, and when it didn't happen, I was like, right, that would have been too easy. Polly? Have we forgotten something? Hello! That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot! Something we forgot! Hello! Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why would she say it? Something must have Mr. Right. Wait. Don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He could never train the parrot. Could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we've forgotten anything? Right, I remember feeling, because when I asked about the name, because the name is what I went to. The name is what I went to next, because I was like, I knew what to do with the name, because I noticed Polly Jenkins in the thing. Maybe I should get her to say her name? Polly! Polly! What's your name? Polly! Polly!
That's the word. I think we've established the Spur and his name fully. Does this have anything to do with their own identity?
Of course. Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim the person's name will prove unrestricted. The show's proof. Nick! Don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, proof that the parent's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... It's on suspect data, yeah. Just making sure.
The DL6 case file?
It's quite a large file you have there. Which pages is proof on them? Sure, sir, stop wasting our time.
Very well. We shall forge. And this file's the information connected to this defense line.
Suspect data. It's on the suspect data page. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see?
So that is?
What was his fiancée's name?
Polly Jenkins. Polly?
Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her.
I see. I guess that is possible.
Make coincidence, that's all. My granddad has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Finch, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? She's only 7 years old. Well, he has a granddaughter, which... Oh, I guess this is like... I guess that would imply he has another kid that's not Francisca that he had earlier in life who is married and has a daughter.
Indeed. Alone it is a little weak for evidence in a matter of trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence.
Where am I going to find that? Nick, we're getting closer. Report, if we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. For what?
Very well, enough to make it here.
Safe number. Because I expressed, maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what was the safe in the shack? 1228! 1228!
My, what a reckless marriage. Oh, Mr. Wright. You are claiming that this somehow has something to do with the caretaker.
I remember having the light bulb moment as soon as the judge said this. I was like, wait, 1228. December 28th! Wait, shoot, that's the date of deal 6! I remember figuring it out right as I needed to, right as the question was actually, and I'm like, actually it does! I remember being so confident. This is something I definitely remember. Actually it does! That's why I had her say it. Huh, ridiculous. How can the number 2 safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this matter to the caretaker's true identity? Deal 6 case file. What is the supposition you have for that case?
Mr. Wright. More in this file simply relating to the safe number?
Case summary. It's on the case summary page.
Yes. Summary?
Specifically, the date on which the DL6 incident occurred.
The date of the incident? December 28th? Why, that's today's date. 15 years ago.
And the number on that safe is 1228.
Oh?
He used the date of the DL6 incident as the number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him.
I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers today.
Listen, change of brief. Accept my ATM card number 0001 because I'm number 1. It has nothing to do with the date. Nothing.
That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here.
Just a mere coincidence, that's all.
True, that is a possibility. However, coincidence at the same time seems more like a pattern to me.
What are you saying?
Stand the caretaker of the bookshop. Immediately. Witness. Tell us your name.
Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember.
No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done.
This was like so startling. He's like, whoa! Whoa, wait, he's actually just gonna say? Nick, she looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting. For 15 years.
Whoa! May I ask her again? What is your name for gold?
My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, served as bailiff in this very court.
Order! Yanni Yogi! So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death?
Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent. Get me off the hook.
I kind of feel bad for him, honestly.
So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. He won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. Then this year, 15 years later, package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. That was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets.
Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth?
I can't even imagine what he was thinking.
What do you mean?
I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth himself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond.
Where's Mr. Yogi?
I remember being like, wait, that can't be it. So first you wanna... Stand open for everyone's confession.
The defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is...
Is it, in this case, at least?
Well, will the defendant please take the stand?
Edgeworth.
There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you have cleared of suspicion for this particular case. Though I would like to pass judgment of the matter of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections?
I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything?
Well, let's go past the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
The fact that... Confetti!
That's all. Orders adjourned.
Except... No. I love how, like, because it's his voice, like, you know exactly who it is. But, like, it still flashes around. It's like, who was that? And, like, it's obvious because voice clip. But, like, yeah. I was like, oh no. It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, that means... No. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. I do actually have a snapshot of this already.
What do you mean?
I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yana Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what?
Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess! He's going to say he's guilty! He's going to tell them he was the murderer at the DL6 incident! He's going to tell them that he killed his own dad!
Uh-oh, what do I do? Yeah, this one I raised an objection, but like, they make a fair point where we let Larry do this earlier, and so I'm actually just gonna see what it is and say, leave it to him, because I don't know what the text is for this, I don't believe. Oh, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long... No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. There, yeah, that sounds more like...
Nick, are you sure?
There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Johnny Yogi wasn't the killer.
You mean the incident where your father died?
From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. Murderer. A criminal in the DL6 incident. It was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations which ends today. Edgeworth. Man. It's just... You're just... To have been held back by this and just not being able to hold it in anymore and just the weight of this guilt that he thought he had. Just wanted to relieve it. The culprit is me.
Order! Order! This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent and is confessing to a different crime. For which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this.
It's obvious. It's a trial. Right here. Right now. I tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. Edgeworth on the witness stand is just so wrong.
I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess.
Right, there is a recess here.
During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned.
You know it's serious when the music persists through a transition between defendant lobby and trial, or like just between like areas in general. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2. I'm sorry, right? I've just wasted all of your effort.
Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. Did you kill your dad?
I didn't want to believe in myself, Detective. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances.
This is crazy! Just crazy!
Nick? What are you doing? Huh? Oh. No, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Is that obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. I can love this man.
What are you talking about, pal? You
just admitted to it! He confessed that he did it! In court! I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. Dude, like, Phoenix is so epic in this sequence! It's freaking awesome! I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3.
Now then, I would like to resume our trial.
Judge, Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. First begin by hearing his testimony. Then the court listens to the defense do the cross-examining. The statute of limitations of deal 6 incident runs up to 10. So it's unconfessional for me. I'd like to run this one by.
I say, does the defense have any objections?
No, Your Honor. Mon Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you?
Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand?
Edgeworth. What does state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney.
This was so weird, because, like, he was straight up, just straight up. Like, I was like, we're gonna cross-examine Edgeworth? Like, what? What is happening?
Edgeworth. 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. That's correct. That is correct. So testifying about this message to the court. Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, and I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key. Only if I can get it to work. Please, please.
This was so weird, just like, at this. Just like, this testimony from Edgeworth. Like, what? Man, I forgot how weird this was. Oh man.
That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all.
I didn't tell you that this memory was a dream.
We were stuck in that elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out and I had lost my memory of the events. The same claim Mr. Shuki has made.
Very well. Mr. Wright, cross-examination, please.
Yes, Your Honor.
It's just like, what is happening? Oh my gosh. Well, I did say this would be a short one.
spur of the moment stream, but like I hate to have this one stop here, but like it's perfect part to stop. So anyways, literally no one tuned in, so like, I mean, it was an hour. It was a very short stream. So, anyways, and doing this again. Oh man. I'm kind of glad I'm gonna be saving, because, like, I don't know if you're allowed to, like, press everything. It's just, like, I remember, like, going into this, it's just, like, this feels so wrong. I don't want to press him. Like, this feels so wrong. Like, I don't want to do this. But alas, we must. So anyways. See you on the other side of the storm.